Oh my goodness, what a weekend. What is up, folks? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Some absolute dominance continued in the Warzone scene this past weekend, but not without some drama and controversy, which at this point in time should be expected when it comes to Warzone lands out there. As yes, the World Series of Warzone, the world title was up for grabs this weekend with $1 million tournament. And well, to start things off, it was tons of resets, tons of delays, and tons of tech issues. In case you guys somehow missed it, I mean, it was all over the timeline, so it was actually kind of hard to miss because just about every competitor or someone from some team or some spectator or streamer had at one point on the timeline said, wow, these delays are pretty crazy. At some point or another, taking upwards of an hour for each and every match throughout this series. And in case you guys didn't know, but just a 2-day event, we had some qualifying matches to get some points on the board and get towards that match point. In case you guys don't know the match point format, all of these Warzone pros and trios were competing to reach that match point threshold of 150 points. Once you pass that 150 points, you then have to win a game, overall win an entire game to then win the entire tournament. And it was a lot of back and forth on day one, aside from all the tech issues and the resets and delays, which there's been a lot of drama about that we might dive into at a later date. There was even Biffle, one of the better players in the field, finding out that his GPU or graphics card was different from his competitors, which is interesting to find out at $1 million land. You don't see this very often.
Yeah, is there any reason why we have different graphics cards? Like mine's 7600, his 7900.
What's messed up? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. 669. Huh, okay. Good to know, good to know.
As apparently he was repping a 7600, his competitors were repping a 7900, and then we had someone like Isaac breaking down, at least when it comes to frame rate, everyone analyzes graphics cards in different capacities and different ways out there. Regardless, it is the fact that he was seemingly on an inferior setup than all of his competitors and still having a good time. And Falcons doing just what they have done all season long, showing why they are the best trio in Warzone as they continued to win and didn't really slow much throughout this entire event. Eventually, though, it was Biffle even getting his PC changed out, and this was, again, one of the many delays that were faced was for this kind of thing.
This is it, right? We're talking about day one now, day two tomorrow. We will crown our second ever global finals champion who will lift that trophy in the middle of all the competitors.
But they kept winning throughout day one, and they kept talking trash, not just to Call of Duty players. There's going to be another video on this channel about, they keep on talking about Call of Duty guys, and people are wondering, are they being serious? And they are wholeheartedly being serious. And at this point, I'm welcoming the Call of Duty competition, not only trash talking CDL guys, but then just trash talking all the other Warzone teams there, just saying they straight up suck. Like, confidence levels of these guys, and admittedly, rightfully so, through the roof throughout the entire event.
Good
rock on me, good rock on me, good rock on me.
They're PDS in the car.
Under us, crack me. I'm putting you another one.
Weak as fuck. I have self. That kill was one shot. Play strong against these kids. The other kids are deep in zone.
One of the plays, crack on. I'm putting you
Car. Yep. We have a heading.
They're weak as fuck. I have the pop place, okay? I'm used to that.
They bunked us. More deep right.
He's weak in car.
Yeah. One on left, dead.
Live. Dead.
I got live. Coming up to y'all.
Oh, I'm stuck on
It's just one, by the way, it's just one.
I got bucket. Oh, let me reload. I'm reloading myself.
Okay. Playing up.
Can I play now?
He's stuck at your left.
On you. Chow that fucker.
Come.
Get him. Go and get him.
Oh my fucking god, baby. God.
In the world, but what advice would you give to folks at home trying to find themselves in a similar position?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, our team, we're one of the best 3 trios in the game. So all the other teams, they suck. So we're still trying to get it worked out. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly just taking it slow. Trying to breathe in between games. I know Soka's telling us to breathe, keep calm and all that stuff. So yeah, honestly, keeping it calm and yeah.
Dude,
And the reason we're able to send a cameraman to Warzone, we were also at Rocket League and Fortnite over the past week, is thankfully for our sponsor, that being Thunderpick. For esports betting, please bet responsibly, 21 plus only, guys. We've been going to tons of events thanks to them, and making a little money here and there. Or losing some. I only put down a $5 at a time because I have a coffee budget. So a huge thanks to our sponsor. And then a quick little interjection. I just want to shout out to esports parents out there. Aiden's parents showing diehard support was one of the more adorable things throughout the weekend. And him and his trio, again, even after World Cup most recently, doing really well throughout this tournament too.
But when they're doing so well, I mean, what does it feel like being a parent in this place?
Well, I knew way back in the day when he was 11 and he won a Call of Duty. We used to go to those watch parties and they had a Call of Duty tournaments there. And he's always been good on the controller, you know. He's been. I knew this would happen. I had no doubt.
Well, no doubt.
But then we enter Sunday competition, and people knew it might be kept pretty short. Although I will say, with this match point format, other teams kept this fairly close. Some surprise performances. I wouldn't say surprised, but how close it was being surprising. You got Scummin and Dongy and Unrational, a great performance out of them. Aiden and the trio as well, the boys doing their thing, but it wasn't quite enough, as Falcons was the first team to reach match point, and then sequentially, they win it all by winning the game. And again, people were not all too surprised, but it was a very cool moment to see.
Playable space. When you have the angles, they're unleashing their inner kaijus and reaping it straight across. To Lennon we go. FIFA sitting ducks in the water.
Chance. There's no chance. The Falcons have the best position. All three up. Plenty of resources. Look how many plates they have. Everything is going their way. The only thing that could make this difficult is if this next zone pulls towards Rocket. If they get the pull, maybe. The problem is, it's in the water. It's got to pull all the way to Freddy for this to even be a problem for the Falcons. They've got the best spot. It does. It goes to the Falcons. They have the best spot. They are going to win this game. It's just a matter of time. There has to be an absolutely Herculean effort from somebody else in this lobby to stop this tournament from being over.
And they are just putting the pressure onto everyone. Left out into the gas we go. Biffle wants to claim the top of that elimination leaderboard, wants to cement the dynasty. We talked about it. Is it the last dance? I don't know, but they could cement themselves in history here.
The Falcons, the flip of the coin, lands on a nice edge. Freddy, Zanks, you have no chance, my friends. All three up, and they're gonna style on them. The Falcons needed one. The Falcons are your champions. They are inevitable. The dynasty has been etched in stone forever. The Falcons are the best Warzone team of all time. There is no question. There is no debate. No one can shake their finger at him and say, not today. Think about the history.
And all in all, besides the delays, they were bad. I can't lie to you guys. It was very, very rough to just tune in, and every time there was complaints, there were delays, there were resets. Again, drama about some things being reset, maybe others not. When it comes to competitive integrity of some of these other trios, you do feel bad. Might dive on those later, but all in all, it was still very cool to see. We have now solidified, by many eyes out there, the most dominant Warzone trio of all time. So much success, by the way, that they're not afraid to call out Call of Duty players, and every event they walk into, they're expected to win, which I think ultimately is great for the Warzone scene, because they're stirring up, whether you see it as bait or engagement farming, they're stirring it up, and they're doing a great job keeping eyes on Call of Duty and Warzone, and it's really cool to see. We also caught them in a post-game interview. We had a cameraman, Isaac, on the ground, and he had some nice questions for the boys, and first and foremost, just how they got so good so fast.
With all your success, what has separated you guys from other trios, and how did you guys get so successful so quickly?
This guy right here. I think he was the main factor. We picked him up, and I mean, he's the closer. We got there, we got us the match point. We never had a problem getting points, but shoot, today we did, but usually we don't. And then we just got him to close out the games. I mean, he did his job. We got to match point and won, so.
Yeah, no, this guy's a superstar, man. What he brought to the team was something that no other player had, and that's why we knew we had to get him. And when we got him, I mean, it was instant success, and now we were right. We knew what he was going to do on the map. We bring him in, we win the championship. Appreciate the glaze, boys.
So the best Warzone trio in the world, that being Biffle, Hisoka, and Shifty. Yes, they think they can challenge anyone, not just in Warzone, but Call of Duty in general. And will they live up to that hype and with their future plans? We might not ever get to see it because we've also found out Biffle has just one more year left of competitive play. I don't know if he can be convinced otherwise, but it's going to be really cool to see. Other performances out there I was surprised by. Lennon, FIFA, and Jukies. I expected a bit more out of them. We had Bread and Jowo and the boy Jace. Again, I thought maybe a bit better too, but it's a LAN with 40 of the best trios in the entire world. It was cutthroat all weekend long. You're going to hit or miss. And, well, one team not missing is Team Falcons. Till next time, what do you guys think about this one? The Warzone drama and controversy on LAN, it does continue. But at the end of the day, I'm sure they all had a great time. Hopefully you guys did as well. Till next time, drink up water and coffee, and we'll catch you back here sometime soon. Take care.